But yeah, overall we have... Oh, that's another problem. Oh, that's another thing I gotta fix. Rain is looking funky. Rain is not supposed to be doing that. Oh my god. I fixed something, two things break. Man, look at it's looking so good. Oh, it looks so good. I thought I set the weather. What? Set? There we go. Okay. Wow, it is getting stormy outside. Hello everybody and welcome back to Soulveyor Devlog number 7. So in last week's video, I was working on sculpting the areas and I'm still currently right smack dab in the middle of that. And I just wanted to keep this week's video super short and simple, just going over a lot of the changes that I made this week, a lot of updates. It's pretty much just been a lot of like back-end things, some visual things which you're about to see, but most of this week's progress has been pretty back-end heavy. It's pretty much just me writing a bunch of code in Logic to ensure that the area sculpting works properly and to make sure all parts of the area are accessible by the player, to make sure that the player does not get blocked in by anything or there are no procedural areas that generate that's impossible to leave or enter. Wait, are you serious? I can't wishlist my own game? Wait, can I wishlist my own game? Did that work? But wishlist the game and maybe join the Discord. And here we are. Ta-da! So last week it was pretty scuffed, at least what you saw. It was just kind of like a buggy, like floating island mess. But this week there's some structure to it. And ignore these objects that are spawned like floating over this water. This was from previous generation that I didn't delete, so they're just sitting there floating. But look what we have here. We have layers, finally have layers, and I can set the time like that. And so I'm currently on the base layer here, and there's another layer up here as well. There's some glitchy movement right now because I'm working on allowing the player to actually climb up slopes like these stairs right over here. And also ignore any scuffed tiling. Like you can see over here, there's some scuffed tiles. Where else is there scuffed tiles? Yeah, you see this like dirt line, this dirt line. I can zoom in over here. This dirty line mixed with this stone wall line. This Saturday, I'm gonna work on revamping my dirt tiles so that this tiles properly, that tiles properly, and there's none of this funky nonsense here. And so I have to pick a nice color palette for the dirt tiles where I can use that color palette and apply it to these grass tiles as well as the wall tiles, as well as these dirt tiles. And so I'm thinking maybe like 5 colors, 5 kind of like light, dark brown tones that I can use for dirt. And all tiles would tile with dirt. So grass tiles, snow tiles, sand tiles, rock tiles, whatever, they would all tile with dirt. And this way, I can ensure that everything will tile properly no matter what combination I throw at it. So if these wall tiles, for example, are dirt, because right now you see, these are stone, these are grass wall tiles, but I need to make these dirt. I need to, instead of having grass here, replace this with dirt so that I can interchange the core tiles, all these tiles you see right here, with whatever I want. So a snowy biome would have snow tiles here, but the snow would also tile with dirt. And so because the snow tile tiles with dirt, I can use this rock wall here that has a dirt top with whatever tiles. So it'll just work with the snow tiles, it'll just work with the sand tiles, and so on and so forth. And yeah, you can see another problem with the dirt tiles. If I zoom in up close, there's a bit of a mismatch between the dirt tile color palette and the water tile color palette down here, for example. Because back when I made these dirt tiles, I just created some noisy brown tile and ended up basically smearing that with a blurring pattern. And ultimately, if I zoom in even more, I don't know if you can see or not, but there's many different colors in this one dirt tile. There's so many different colors in this one dirt tile, and some of them are so indistinguishable. There's like 2 slightly different tints of brown. And so I just wanted to make this all kind of stick to a more maybe like 5 or 7 color palette. It doesn't have to be in my main color palette, but I'm thinking just reduce the color count and reduce the noise and make it tile more cleanly. And I have it disabled right now, but can turn on water, and it looks kind of scuffed because the levels are messed up, but I can like Move this up and down a little bit. There we go. So water is a completely separate thing, and I'm not really concerned about this right now, or it's not just water, it's liquid in general. But basically, I'm gonna need to have multiple quads per layer of the map, and I need to cookie cutter them out for each tile that is a water and apply this water texture to it. So this is a later on thing. I'm not focused on the actual water texture right now, so I'm just disabling it. And right now I'm just using these hollow fluid tiles because this could be anything. This could be lava, purple Thanos juice, I don't know. But you get the point. And I could apply this and stack it on top of each other for each layer. Each layer gets its own fluid level, basically. But that is a side note. I need to get all these objects to be able to spawn throughout the map as well for each layer, because right now they're currently only spawning on the base layer. That's a super simple change, but that's currently what I'm still working on if you see in the notebook right here. But yeah, overall we have... Oh, that's another problem. Oh, that's another thing I gotta fix. Rain is looking funky. Rain is not supposed to be doing that. Oh my god. I fixed something, two things break. Man, look at it's looking so good. Oh, it looks so good. I thought I set the weather. What? Set? There we go. Okay. This is going to look so good when it's done. I do have a lot more changes to make regarding the tiles again and cleaning all this up. But once this is done, this is going to make each area feel amazing. And again, you can't climb up these stairs just yet, you see? So I'll have to implement that after this. But I'm more focused on just generating these areas right now. And a lot of the work that I've been doing this week has pretty much just been with like logical checks throughout my code. For example, I have area connectors, and I don't think you can see it here because it spawned pretty far down there, but I have area connectors that you use to walk to this area, and I need to ensure that when the player enters this area from that area connector, there is a path down to each layer, because I literally need all parts of the area to be accessible. I need each layer to be able to be walked on by anything. And this is really important in order to prevent the player from spawning in an area where you can't leave, or from spawning in an area and just getting blocked off. So it is important that I run all these checks to ensure that all parts are connected by at least one path. That's fine. And also I'm using this logic to spawn structures. Like let's say, for example, let me go to my map over here. Let's say this area is, I don't know, some sacred springs area or whatever. So, okay, that would mean I need to spawn this sacred springs structure in this area. And let's say it's 10 by 10 tiles big. So I need to go through this area and guarantee that there is at least a 10 by 10 area for that oasis to spawn in. And so again, that's the logic that I've been working on, just connecting all of those things, just making sure that every part is able to be walked to by players, NPCs, AI. And so while I haven't got around to pathfinding just yet, on this week's stream, I actually worked on making a deer. Just a simple deer to run around the map and to test pathfinding with later on when I make it. And so he's got an idle animation, a moving animation, and a death animation. And again, his sole purpose is to run around the map on any layer and just test out the pathfinding system when I end up making that. And here's a dog. Wait, actually, what happens if let's increase the dog hue a little bit. What the dog doing? Simple dog. I could also just animate the dog. I mean, I could literally, to animate the dog, I could literally just make the tail wag. That's it. Like the dog would be even simpler. Like literally the dog would just be like, make the tail wag. That's literally the dog right there. So I just wanted to keep this week's video super simple, keep you all updated. I upload videos every single week. I was thinking about moving upload days to Saturdays, aka the same day that I stream, 9 a.m. So I kind of have that upload and, oh, if you happen to watch the video, I'm also live kind of thing. So I'll think about that and I'll send a message in Discord letting everybody know if I'm moving upload days to Saturdays instead. Regardless, there will still be weekly updates. It is so hot in here. Oh my god, the lighting is always insane in my room when I record. It is actually like 200 degrees in here. I hope you all enjoyed this week's video. Take care of yourselves, eat healthy food, stay warm or cold, whichever you want, whichever's better, and I will see you next week.